Tired of the everyday grind? Want to get away from it all?
Descend into paradise.
Florida.
Greetings, everybody, from sunny Florida. Here's wishing you the best of everything. And it's my personal belief that the best of everything comes from right down here.
Well, hey again, everybody. This is Steph from JustADayInParadise.com, and thanks for tuning into this week's episode of Just a Podcast in Paradise. Me and the Dip crew love living in the Sunshine State, and it's our goal to help you plan for your very own day in paradise. Follow along as we explore the keys, the theme parks, springs, and everything in between. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button so we can notify you when our new episodes are live. And if you're already loving sitting down with us every week, we invite you to support us through Patreon. Just follow the link in the show notes. As you know, we're always going to have a drink for you, and today we're going to enjoy some key lime martinis. We're ready if you are, so kick up your feet, throw on your shades, and let's take a trip to paradise. Hi, Sarah and Alyssa.
Hi there.
Welcome to the studio. How are you guys?
I'm amazing.
Yeah?
It's a big day.
It is a big day. If you're listening at home, we're all friends, obviously. I think you know that. But sometimes we have friends that we haven't met yet. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, they're friends in our hearts, but we haven't been formally introduced, you know?
Yes.
So today, without giving away too much, we're going to be inviting on one of Alyssa's probably best friends ever.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
That you haven't met yet.
Idol, best friend.
Right.
Whatever you want to call
Guru.
it.
Right, exactly. So today's episode, as you can probably already tell, is going to be all about the key lime. So we've made a key lime, I'm calling it a martini, but I like how you called it a key lime colada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
That's definitely what it is.
Yeah, I think so.
It's delicious. 10 out of 10.
That's
and I
pretty
tell the
serious.
truth.
I know.
I tell the truth.
You would be like, it's good. I mean, 6 stars you tried. Right.
And if our listeners need to know based off of Alyssa's palate, that means that it's sweet.
Yeah, it is sweet. It's
Yes.
sweet, but still it's got a little tartness.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
Right?
It's like a Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah,
is
so
kinda
she's
like a
into
Sour
it. If
Patch
you have that
Kid.
kind of palate, trust Alyssa.
Yeah, for sure. It uses key lime juice. We've got sweetened condensed milk because that's a main ingredient in key lime pie.
I love
So I
that.
thought I'd toss a little in there. Got a little pineapple juice, a little coconut rum, and a little vodka.
And it's just garnished so nicely.
Vodka, which I
Interesting.
literally never use. I would dare to say I hate it.
Right now?
It's delicious in here.
Okay.
But here's my thing about vodka. I don't like the way it makes me feel, I guess you could say.
I love
You
Tito's.
like, this is not Tito's. This is Pinnacle because it's what I had.
Is Pinnacle better or worse?
It's worse.
Okay.
The
Sorry,
Pinnacle
Pinnacle.
comes in a plastic bottle,
Yeah.
so that's usually the tell.
Environmentally friendly.
Environmentally, well, it's vodka. But I think in certain cocktails, especially like a martini-esque drink, you don't want the liquor or the spirit to be the star of the show. And vodka doesn't have a lot of a taste in a
Right.
cocktail. Yeah. So I thought it'd be good. So now that we have our key lime coladas, Sarah, thank you for the name, in hand, this is really a perfect segue because if you can take a smell. Did you guys smell it?
No, I didn't.
Take a sniff, right?
Key lime.
You get a little of
frothy.
the lime
Key lime and
zest on there.
coconut.
Key lime and coconut, right?
It's, I don't know.
Does it bring you anywhere? Does it transport you anywhere in your mind?
The keys.
Right?
Definitely.
Totally. It makes me feel a little bit more summery. It's a little chilly out today for Florida. It's a cool
There's a
79
slight chill.
degrees. Yeah. So as much as scent can be tied so strongly to memory, I would argue that so can taste.
Definitely.
Everyone's like, yeah.
Like if you go somewhere and you have the absolute best meal you've ever had, like you still salivate it when you think of it months later.
Oh, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's a few meals where I think back on that and I'm like, oh, I want to be right there. So I think if you've been listening to us for any length of time, you know that we're huge foodies. I think there are certain things as living, breathing humans that we have to do, and eating, I'm happy to report, is one of them. And we like to plan for what we're going to indulge on when we're traveling. Nobody wants to waste money on a bad meal or a snack. You know what I mean? Have you ever done that? You've been on vacation and you're like, let's just eat there. And it's the
Definitely.
worst.
Stories.
You waste
Oh my
money.
gosh.
you have a bad time.
There goes $57.
Right, and it wasn't even good, and it's such a bummer. So I know for me, I can think back on meals that I've had, or I'll taste some ingredient, and I can be like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of the time we were at whatever place. So if you're talking about an ingredient that screams Florida and has so many versatile uses, it's without a doubt key lime, right?
Definitely.
It totally reminds me of being on vacation. I can have it in anything, and it's light and refreshing, even if it's on like a savory dish.
It really should be Florida's state fruit instead of oranges.
Isn't it Florida state fruit? Oh no, nope,
Oranges.
You're right. It's oranges.
Yeah, definitely.
I was like, wait, I thought I remember reading. Yeah, but maybe they could be good friends,
We could start a petition.
like Florida's president and vice president.
Okay.
The orange and the key lime. So, of course, we all know about the classic key lime pie, but we're going to share not only some other ways we enjoy this delicious fruit, but also the history of how it became so popular after the break. Okay, Garrett, it's time for bed.
No. Wait. Can you tell me a story first?
All right, one story, and then it's nighty-night for you. Do you remember the one about Meggy Locks and the 3 cocktails?
Oh my gosh, I love this one.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Meggy Locks. She went for a walk on the beach. Pretty soon, she came upon a tiki bar. She sat down in the bar, and immediately she was served 3 beautiful cocktails. Meggy Locks can never resist a free drink. She tasted the first one and realized the straw was plastic.
No, plastic is terrible for the environment. I can't drink this.
So, she tasted the second drink.
Gross. The straw's all soggy and all I taste is paper.
So, she tasted the last cocktail.
This hay straw is perfect.
She said happily and enjoyed the rest of her delicious margarita. Well, Garrett, what's the moral of the story?
That when you use hay straws, all natural, 100% biodegradable, gluten-free, and never soggy straws, you're actually doing your part to help take care of our planet. They can be tossed right in the compost bin after and will break down naturally and return to the circle of life.
That's right, big guy.
Good night, Steph.
Good night, Garrett. We can all sleep a little easier thanks to hay straws. Visit haystraws.com to find out more. And we're back from our break. Thanks for staying with us as we get ready to talk more key lime pies.
Heck
Or
yeah.
about key lime pies.
Love that.
So, I love history. I like to throw in, pepper in, if you will, since this is a culinary episode, a little history, because I feel like that gives you the whole picture. You're like, why is Florida obsessed with key limes? Well, let me tell you. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Dig
tell
your
us.
heels in. We're going on a magical
They're
journey.
dug.
Yeah. So, key limes are not actually native to Florida.
Tell me more.
I will. Key limes were actually first introduced to Florida in the 1500s from the conquistadores. Key limes are often confused with lemons. They're a lot smaller than actual limes, and they're a little bit more. The skin is thin, and they're super tart and aromatic. So even though I think key limes, and lemons are all pretty tart, when you incorporate them into food, the key lime is the most tart.
Definitely.
Yeah, lemon's a little bit more sour, but not as sweet as regular lime. So I think, like we talked about, key lime pie is what we all think of when we think of key limes. So have you heard the story of or the legend, I guess you could say, of where the key lime pie comes from?
No?
I'll tell you a little bit about it, Alyssa. So let's play like dream music.
Let me close my eyes. Hold on.
So back in the day,
Yeah.
the day was like in the 1800s. It was one of the 1800s days.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
So the other day.
The other day in the 1800s, sponge fishing was a big thing in South Florida and the Keys. And these sponge fishermen would go out and stay at sea for a really long time, right? Don't ask me how long, but it was a long enough time that they couldn't really bring perishable foods with them, right? At the same time, canning was becoming really popular. So the fishermen would want to take out things like milk, but they couldn't really take milk because that would go bad, especially in the sun. There's really not refrigeration, but they could bring out canned milk.
Is that condensed milk?
Like sweetened condensed milk.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Evaporated milk. And they would bring out things like, like crackers that wouldn't go bad because they're dry, maybe some sugar. And of course, they had key limes. So legend has it, what they would do is they would open the can of milk, squeeze a little bit of lime in there, serve it up with some crackers, right? And it would sort of not dehydrate, you know what I mean? But it evaporates a little bit, becomes thick, more of like a pudding, say. And that was like the first sort of iteration. They're like, oh my gosh, this tastes delicious, of key lime pie. Then fast forward a little bit to a guy named William Curry. If you've been to Key West before, you'll see his name all over everything. You have the Curry Mansion, that is still a place. If you go to the Key West Cemetery, you'll see Curry on all the big mausoleums and tombstones. So William Curry, who lived from 1821 to 1896, was a ship salvager and Florida's first self-made millionaire. So he had a cook that was famously called Aunt Sally. And Aunt Sally, legend has it, created what we know of as the key lime pie. Sort of a playoff like a lemon icebox pie. Have you ever had anything like that? It's like not necessarily a bake pie, but it's like a custard that you put in the fridge. You know what I mean? So since then, of course, the key lime pie has evolved. Key lime desserts take all sorts of shapes and sizes. So I thought it would be cool to go over some of our favorite key lime dishes, if you have them, and then maybe some other applications that we've seen key lime used in. What do you think?
I love that.
Yeah?
Definitely.
Do you have a favorite key lime pie?
A favorite?
Do you love key lime pie? Let's start there, because that's important.
It has to be made right. You
I
know what I
agree.
mean? I mean, I would say Publix has a
Publix
pretty
is actually
solid
really
key
good.
lime pie.
Yeah.
That's when it comes
For
to
sure.
mind.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the only one I've ever had.
Oh.
What?
Gee.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
well,
the only one you've ever had?
We're going to have to get her one in the Keys.
Yeah,
An
we're going to the
authentic
Keys in the next couple of months, so I will show you all of the key lime pies.
But I really love key limes.
Right. Me
like,
too.
I really love them.
First of all, they're adorable.
They are.
Wait, what do you mean you love key limes? I don't ever see you like...
Well, I was even going to say, I used to, instead of lemons, I would put key limes in my water, which you know.
Oh,
I thought they were just
that's
limes.
a great idea.
No, they were key limes, my dear.
Oh.
Key limes. They're like this big.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a
No,
key
I'm
lime?
just skeptical.
Yeah, because
that you
Pa,
did this
Pa had his
with
key
key
lime
limes.
tree. Yeah, and I would.
That's one of the most Florida things you ever said. Pa had his key lime tree. Yeah.
Pa had his key lime tree, and I
Uh-huh.
would take him home, and then I would.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That
have
sounds
nice
really
key lime
refreshing.
water. Oh,
I love
loved
that.
it. Yeah.
Very cool. So I love key lime pie. I love it because I'm not like huge on dessert. I can skip dessert without a problem.
Ridiculous.
I like a good cookie because I feel like that's a little bit more savory of a dessert. But I love key lime pie because it's like, it's not super heavy. It's light. It's really tart. So I feel like it's one of those things that you could just eat and never get sick of. It's not a whole lot to it.
I was going to say, do you know what we had last week?
What?
We had a mango key lime pie.
Was that from Publix?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I've seen that before.
It was very tart.
Very,
It was
like,
intense.
lots of
Wow.
flavor.
Yeah, I bet.
But I think the classic is better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I make a pretty good key lime pie. If you check out our YouTube channel,
How have we not had the privilege?
I should make some. I should have made some tonight, but I,
think
went
you
with
should
martinis
make one
instead.
of everything you make.
Right. We'll just do it back to back. But it's pretty easy to make. But anyway, I digress. So my favorite key lime pie type dessert is actually not exactly pie. Really? I guess it's kind of pie. Down in Key West, there's a place called Kermit's that has key lime pie on a stick.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've seen pictures. It looks good.
It's amazing. I believe it was or showcased on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. It's not a diner, a drive-in, or a dive. but
it needed it.
But
to
it
be
needed to be
covered.
right. They needed to fit that in somewhere.
Yep.
So what it is it's a really awesome piece of key lime pie with that thick graham cracker crust. It's then dipped in dark chocolate and frozen.
Love
Wow.
Yeah, so
That
it's
sounds
really
amazing.
good. Like, if you're down in the Keys, it's hot. Like, I'll get it for breakfast. Yeah, no joke. With that and some coffee, and you're good to go for the day.
yeah,
I'm excited.
You're like a local. Yeah, so we'll be showing you that while we're down there. Also, Blue Heaven, which is, I think, the best place to get breakfast while you're in Key West, has an Eggs Benedict. They do several. We've been telling you guys a lot about this, right? So they do a veggie Eggs Benedict that has like asparagus and roasted onion and tomato that's really good. But they also have what I love, which is a surf and turf Eggs Benedict that has filet and lobster.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh.
Right? And the first time I ordered it, I thought, because Eggs Benedicts are like two, you know, usually get the two. And I thought it would be one piece of filet, one with lobster. I don't know why I thought that. But it's it's 2 pieces of filet, then topped with lobster, and then topped with their key lime hollandaise.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Definitely going down.
are you salivating?
I cannot wait. When are we going? May?
We're going in May.
Oh.
We're not going to tell you guys anything more than that because we would like some privacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't like paparazzi to show up.
We don't want to be signing autographs on vacation. Yeah.
We'll just be eating everywhere.
Yeah, you'll know it's us if you're there because we'll just be pouring key lime hollandaise into our mouth. Yeah. And there's something about, like, hollandaise is rich, obviously. You have the butter, you have the egg yolk, but with when it has the key lime in it, it just totally brightens it up. Feels like not super heavy.
I am depending on this dish.
I know, I'm really hyping it up.
Yeah.
You like hollandaise.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. You get a side
enough.
sometimes,
Yep,
which
every
you're like
time.
my
No,
hero.
she
I do
gets
that
a
all the
si-
time.
Yeah, side of her side.
They
of
always
her
forget.
side.
Right.
But
Sometimes I'll get a side of hollandaise at Blue Heaven, even if I didn't order a Benedict. Like, I'll dip my freaking potatoes in it. Is that too much?
Yeah.
that's amazing.
It's a lot.
No.
Do you like hollandaise?
No.
Why not? You just don't. It's not a lot of flavor
I
that
like
you
barbecue
enjoy.
sauce.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I wonder how key lime barbecue sauce would be. It might be good.
Yeah,
There's
probably.
a little
I would try it.
tartness.
Yeah.
There's also, which is kind of what inspired me for the cocktail tonight. There's a place called the Conch Republic Seafood Company. There's one in Key West, but there's also some others in Florida. So check them out at conchrepublicseafood.com, I believe it is. But they have a key lime martini. It's got the graham cracker around the rim like you need, and it's so delicious. Is this your first time having a key lime cocktail?
It is.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
No.
I feel like it is for me.
not for me.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
But you like it. You like
Oh,
the
I love it.
application.
Yes.
Yeah. Me too. I like to drink my calories whenever I can.
Me too. I love a good drink.
Yeah, I'd much rather have another cocktail than a dessert.
Me too. Well,
Right?
I don't know.
Maybe-
No.
Right
No?
now, if it's this drink,
Right.
yes.
Because it's kind of like both.
right.
Yeah, pretty
It is.
satisfying. Satisfies the sweet tooth. Then there's another place in Homestead. You know where Homestead is?
Yep.
It's like
Yeah.
south of Miami,
Yep,
around
yep,
Miami.
yep.
It's called Robert is Here, which is essentially... Have you ever like pulled over to the side of the road and you see like a fruit stand, like guys selling, mangoes out of their pickup truck?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like that, but like the Disney World of that.
I like that.
Yeah. So it's this huge farmer's market, but it's just the one farmer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's one place, one-stop shop. They have all sorts of exotic fruits. They have the miracle fruit that we've told you guys about, where you eat it and then everything you taste after that is sweet.
Wow.
Yeah. It's really cool.
I would love to try that.
They also have a petting zoo.
What?
So random. Yeah.
Hopefully, all the pets are getting nice food from all
I'm
these
sure
trucks.
that they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they also have incredible milkshakes. And you can get a key lime milkshake there.
Oh, Alyssa's down. I can
We
see it.
Well, yeah. Is this on the way to the Keys, right?
Yeah, if you drive down or
Yeah.
back up,
Back.
you go to Robert is Here.
Yes.
They have a special fruit called, I think it's guabadaba. Supposedly it's like the best fruit you've ever had in your life. I've never had it, but they sell it there. Maybe you guys can try it.
Yes.
You know?
We're gonna try it.
Okay. Cool. One more thing. One more place. Square Grouper down in the Keys. I forget which key.
Third one.
It's one of the keys. But the Square Grouper, it's a it's a restaurant, pretty famous. They have a Square Grouper sandwich with house onion rings and key lime tartar sauce.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Hello, key lime tartar sauce.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. I could eat that right now. So those are my places, my top 5 places to get key lime pie dishes
Sounds awesome.
around. Yeah.
We
All
just need
very
to
good
check them
ideas.
all off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I know, Sarah, that you did a little research this week about maybe some different applications that you could use for key lime.
Definitely. So, of course, you got to start with the cocktails, I think.
Yes.
Just so
Thank you
on-brand
for thinking
us.
of me.
Yeah. So, we've got a margarita, key lime margaritas.
Ooh, I like that.
And one of our favorite spots locally, Felipe's.
Yes, that's right. They use key lime.
They use key lime in their margaritas. So,
And they have a great happy hour.
they have a great happy
Amazing.
hour.
They basically pay you to take margaritas.
Yeah. And so you got to check that one off. And then, of course, as Steph executed today, I'm going to say it's the colada.
I like
You're
it.
calling it the martini.
No,
So
you're
those
right.
are all three. Those are all three of the different types of cocktails that you can get your hands on. And then, if we want to go to the savory route,
Yes.
just to go along with a margarita, have you ever considered using this delicious key lime with your shrimp or chicken tacos or even steak? Just,
yes.
get all that key lime on there.
That's a really good idea because key lime lime is served with like authentic tacos a lot.
Exactly.
So why not key lime?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Let's just Florida this thing up.
Little drizzle.
Like Salt Bay.
Right, except it's key lime bay.
So
Yes.
Just give it a little
after
squeeze.
this podcast stuff, I think
Yeah?
that you need to have your own little key lime
Like a key lime
tree.
cookout.
No,
Oh,
your
key
own
lime
little
Yeah,
tree.
can we get that going?
Yes.
Get you a little key lime tree
Just
going.
like Pa used to have. I'm in.
Okay.
He used to grow that back on the field
Back on the farm.
Well,
Pa had
darling.
his key lime tree.
with
Just
Lassie.
take a couple each time you come over. I don't mind.
He would say that?
Of course.
Oh my god, that's adorable. Does he have an accent?
Darling.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that. We got to get him on the show
We
to talk about the key lime tree.
should.
Right?
He's full of it.
He's got a lot to say. He's a wild card.
He's a rare breed.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got a paw that has a lot to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Shout out, Dad.
we need to do a paw episode.
Yeah, we should just do for like 1 month every week. We have on different family members that tell weird Florida stories. Right?
Could you imagine?
Or maybe we could do an opening segment.
Cute.
Right?
I like it.
All right, this is a work in progress. If you want to hear more about where we come from by way of our weird family members, hit us up at the Dip Crew on Twitter. Any other applications, Sarah?
Okay, so let's think about it. So I did come across a key lime avocado mousse, and it's vegan.
Okay.
So it's got avocado, coconut cream, key limes, a little vanilla extract, and then they say stevia.
No, boo, honey.
well,
Oh, because it's vegan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if alternative, honey,
Yep.
but that sounds amazing. And
Yeah,
I
it
can
does sound
imagine incorporating that with so many different dishes. And then of course you've got the key lime pie, cheesecake, scones, and then popsicles.
Ooh, it's gonna sound crazy, but I made key lime popsicles the other day.
With alcohol in them?
No, because alcohol doesn't really freeze well. It would be like a slushy. It'd be hard to get out of the thing.
Gotcha.
So I made like the key lime filling with sweetened condensed milk and key lime and just those two ingredients. Because this is a trick. I learned this from our friends at Turco Taco because they had these popsicles that had like sweetened condensed milk and
Yes,
other fruits.
exactly.
Right? So all you have to do is get the fruit that you want, mix it with sweetened condensed milk. Those are your ingredients, and it just freezes perfectly like a creamy popsicle. And then on the bottom of it, after I put the stick in, I put some was a mix of butter and graham cracker and sugar and put that at the bottom. So when you got to the bottom, it was like a
Aww.
yeah, that was good.
So good.
I'll have to make some. I
Are
like
there
to
any
experiment.
left over?
No,
Of course
there's not.
Of course not.
This was a while ago.
That's how
But-
we know it was a hit.
Yeah, it was a hit. I ate them all. Even the producer liked them, which that's like Alyssa. You know, this is if you get a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
it's
you know
very
it's good.
discriminating taste.
Delectable tidbits.
Right, exactly. All right, so I think we all know that we haven't talked about our real favorite key lime dessert yet.
Definitely not.
Right? We're saving the best for last, as we always do. And our special guest coming up next is going to tell you where you can get our favorite key lime dessert at home. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Wow, playing frisbee on the beach is the best.
I know. What a great day for fun in the sun. Why don't you come join us, Garrett? I know how much you love ultimate frisbee.
You know, I'm actually going to sit this one out, guys.
Garrett, that's not like you. Is something wrong?
It's just that, it's really hot out, and my thighs, they're so clammy.
Oh, don't worry, bro. We've all been there. I've got just the thing in my beach bag. Try this balla powder.
Powder. Steph, isn't that for babies?
Not this powder, Gare Bear. Whether you're enjoying an actual day in paradise or just grinding away and daydreaming of your next dip to come, Balla body products for men will keep you feeling fresh, comfortable, and smelling great. The finest Italian talc blend with all natural essentials and fragrances that will keep you chafe-free and walking confidently wherever your journey through paradise takes you.
Wow, Steph, you're right. I've never felt so fresh and comfortable. I'm gonna wear this at the office.
And it smells good, too.
All right, Garrett, go long.
Don't mind if I do, Steph.
All right, everybody, welcome back from our break. As promised, we have a very special guest with us today. So after a successful career in graphic arts printing in the Baltimore, Maryland area, Kim Casera was introduced to Naples, Florida in 1980 by close friends and, of course, immediately fell in love. She brought with her a love for baking that has always been a part of her life, and then taking inspiration from her grandmother, Kim started off the journey that would lead her to creating the empire Christy's Key Lime Cookies. So, Kim, thank you so much for coming on the show today. We're so happy to have you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, I just want to shout out the elephant in the room before we jump into the questions here. You were actually put on our radar because one of our very own Dip Crew members is absolutely obsessed with your cookies. So, Alyssa, tell us exactly why you love Christy's Key Lime Cookies so much.
You know, there are so many reasons, but look, I don't know. It's like the perfect, topping. It's the perfect type of cookie that she uses. Mm-hmm. It's everything. I there's no critiques ever. I love Key Lime.
Literally perfect.
Literally my favorite cookies now in the whole world. Forget Oreos. Forget my favorite.
Yeah, she's not kidding. So I want to paint you a picture here. You know how you go to the store and you pick up the necessities, right? You get bread, you get milk. The necessities, right? Yeah, for Alyssa are your cookies, Kim.
Oh, I'm so honored. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I go to Seed to Table twice a week.
Oh my goodness!
Because I don't like to buy the big tub because I'm like I need to stop. I'm gaining too much weight, but then I just end up going back twice as much.
Right.
But I love it though.
Yeah. Thank you. They're addicting. Be careful.
Right. So we wanted to make sure we had the perfect setup here and paint everybody at home a little picture.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah, so today we've talked a lot about key lime, and I wanted to know from you, Kim, tell us how you got into the art of baking and how you married that with key limes.
Well, I've always baked with my grandmother as a child and cooked with her. We're Italian, and food is love, and I always was in the kitchen with her on Sundays. We had the big family gatherings. And one day I was sitting on the beach and I said, what are we missing out there for Florida? I wanted to do something that was Florida related and tourist related. And I came up with a good key lime cookie. I said, we don't have any good key lime cookie out there that's fresh baked, soft and, tasty. Mm-hmm. So I came up with the recipe myself. And 9 months later, I started marketing them and selling them to hotel gift stores and resorts, and that's kind of how it came about.
I love that, and I agree. They're perfectly soft, almost like a melt in your mouth, soft, buttery sugar cookie almost.
It's sort of a sugar cookie. It's more of a cake, a combination of a cake and a sugar cookie
that
together.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And, I really want to know, Kim, were your family recipes incorporated? How did you get this so perfect? And how did you know that they would really be a hit? I know you were targeting the key lime feel of Florida. You nailed it on the head. How did you know?
Well, it is not a family recipe. I created it myself. I took about 9 months' time. I experimented with flavors, with softness, with, the hardness of the cookie. and I decided that there was really no fresh baked soft key lime cookie. So that's how I came up with it. I just said, let's create that. And the topping, I wanted something that was very decadent and flavorful, and
really
not
is.
just an icing.
Right.
And not just an icing. So, and I love chocolate, so it has white chocolate in it.
Oh.
And so it took me, again, trial and error. I baked cookies and shipped them all over the country to my friends with little papers in there with how did it arrive safely? Did it arrive cracked? Is it too soft? Is it too sweet? Is it too tart?
Wow.
And I got a lot of feedback. And again, it took me about 9 months, and I said, okay, this is it. And I started marketing it.
I love it. And you can tell there's a lot of love in those cookies. So it's incredible that you went through all the trouble of shipping them to your friends, making sure they came out right, because I think you eat with your eyes first. And,
Absolutely.
Yeah, and they always look, it's like this paradox of being like perfectly like neat and sweet, and delicate, but also you can tell that not each one's exactly the same and coming off an assembly line or something.
Basically,
Yes, they're all handmade. They're all handcrafted from scratch, fresh ingredients, all high-end fresh ingredients.
my
And,
favorite is when there's a little bit of extra drizzle running off the sides. That is
Runs
my
off-
favorite.
Yeah.
I
That
love it.
topping is really good. One of our bakers, whenever we have leftover icing, and I don't want to call it icing because it really isn't leftover topping, she'll pour it on a piece of wax paper and take it home to her husband, and they just eat that.
Oh, heck
I
yeah.
love it. That's a pretty good benefit. You can put it in your benefits package for your team. Yeah.
That and Weight Watchers a subscription.
Right. Yeah. It's a balance. You have to give and take. So I know the first question that I had when we were introduced was, we have Christy's key lime cookies, but we have our friend Kim Casero. So tell me about where the name comes from.
Well, Christy's key lime cookies. Christy's my niece. Kim's key lime cookies was actually trademarked back in the early 2000s. And so I decided that Christy's key lime cookies sounded good and named it after my niece. And I also liked the idea that I was anonymous.
Okay.
So I get a lot of honest feedback because nobody knows it's me. And I just think that's important because if people know it was Kim's key lime cookies and they're talking to me, I may not get an honest opinion. So I like to, I like being anonymous, and I like that. And again, I feel like I get better, honest feedback from it.
Mm-hmm. We won't tell anyone.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
The secret powers.
Right. Yeah. Well, Christy, niece Christy, if you're listening, shout out from the Dip Crew.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Well, Kim, there's something about key lime that is really a key part of the flavor palette of what makes up Florida. It can almost transport you here in your mind, just the taste, the smell, everything. Why do you think Florida is so special to people?
I think that Florida is just a dynamic place for its sun, sand, fresh air, just the color of the water, the flavors, the citrus flavors of Florida. I think Florida is very unique to the country, and we have the uniqueness of the key lime. Key lime, I don't know if you know, but Captiva, South Seas Plantation in Captiva was actually a key lime plantation back in the day.
I did not know that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. So that was a key lime tree farm, and they harvested key lime for juice and, other products. So it is very much a Florida tradition and a Florida original here. I mean, it's Florida. When you think of Florida, you think of key lime first, and then you think of oranges.
Definitely.
Amen.
And yeah,
I was
so
just saying that.
It's really, it really is Florida.
And where's your favorite place in Florida to staycation, Kim?
Oh, well, I'm an island girl. I love the island. So I would have to say Chica Lodge in Isla Morada
Yes.
or Hawke's Bay
Ooh.
in Marathon, because I just love the water. My dad always said I should have had gills when I was born instead of ears.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Little mermaid.
Yep.
Yeah, mermaid. I want to be that my next life.
Yeah.
And Chica Lodge, I love Chica Lodge. I just love the whole vibe of Chica Lodge. And then if I feel fun, I love Hawks Cay, swimming with the dolphins.
Oh, yes.
And you get a little bit of elegance too. And then I also love Mount Dora and St. Augustine because I love antiques. I'm an old soul.
Uh-huh.
And Mount Dora has all the antiques and the Victorian flavor, and St. Augustine certainly has a history.
Yeah,
So
I
I
love
kind of
that.
go from one extreme to the other.
We need to check that out.
Yeah, in our last episode, we talked about the top 10 Florida cities that you have to visit that you didn't know existed, and Mount Dora was on there.
Mount Dora is fabulous, and especially around the holidays.
Oh, yeah, and they have a bunch of little neat festivals and, yeah, like you said, a great antiquing scene. So there you go. Now you know we're not making this stuff up.
Right. Tried and true.
Right, exactly. So for me, we talked about in the beginning of the episode, sometimes smells and tastes can bring us back to a certain place. For me, when I think about key lime, I think about all of my favorite trips to Key West and eating, frozen key lime pie on a stick. So do you have, outside of course, your delicious cookies, a favorite key lime memory?
Well, I love key lime pie martinis.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Tommy Bahama restaurant here in Naples first opened way back when. We were there for opening day, and I fell in love with the key lime pie martini. So that's become a tradition to go there for those. But I think one of my favorite key lime memories was actually taking our cookies to the Emmys. Our cookies were in the News and Broadcasting Emmys. Yep, and then we were invited back a second time to be in the daytime Emmy gift bags, swag bags in Hollywood.
Oh my
And
gosh.
every time I think of that, of course, I think of my cookies, but I think of that great memory that we made and meeting so many fabulous people and movie stars and going to the after parties and walking the red carpet. And it's just really surreal.
So I think I'm going to ask what Sarah wants to ask. Did you have like any celebrity sightings?
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We did the gift show, the show the day before, and we met Alex Trebek and Christian LeBlanc and Victor from I'm the wrong one to ask about that because I've never watched a soap opera in my life. But my gal Wendy, my right hand gal, she could tell you. She's Wikipedia on the daytime soap opera stars.
Oh, I love
and
that.
I just we went. I took her, and we took 350 pounds of cookies on the airplane with us. And we had a ball. And then we were on the Ellen Show. That got us on the Ellen Show.
Wow.
And we did the Ellen Show, and we met her, and we gave her, I actually anticipated, hoping that would happen. And we did a special basket for her with her own logo and took it with us. And
that's so neat.
I am bewildered. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Bewildered.
Yeah.
That's my word choice. I'm really impressed. Wow.
Yeah, thank you. So that kind of validated how good they are.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, getting invited on once is, like, fantastic, obviously. But then when they invite you on again, you're like, okay, we're doing something good here.
Yeah.
We were the only vendor invited back the second time to be in the swag bag.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. So, Alyssa, you're kind of eating famous cookies every time that you.
That's why she just feels famous all the time now.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, all the stars had them. Everybody that went to the Emmys and participated in the Emmys, actually at the Emmy Awards, they all got the cookies in their swag bag. We did 1,250 swag bags.
My goodness. And you did those all by hand, I would imagine, you and your team?
Yes, we did.
Wow.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love the detail.
fun.
So you're obviously a key lime expert. Have you added key lime to anything other than cookies that have been a hit as well?
Well, if you think the cookies are addicting, you're going to be surprised with the Espresso Brownie that we have come out with that decadent key lime topping on top of it. Yeah.
Is this out yet? Did you say this is out? I'm so excited I missed it.
We did. we rolled those out on December 1st, and we did a huge corporate order for one of our financial institutions. We did 982 brownies for them for their Christmas giveaway to their customers. And now we do they're on our website, and we are selling them in one local location as a test.
Where's that at?
Alyssa needs to know.
Yeah, we would love to be your test subjects.
That would be Badass Coffee downtown in historical Naples.
Oh, good choice.
Well, looks like we're going to make a trip there tomorrow.
Yeah, what a great compliment. Yeah, get one of those frozen coffees.
Nice.
Yes, yum.
Well, if they don't have them, we're going to complain very vocally. We won't let them know that we talked to you. Right. So, Kim, I've got one last question for you because I'm pretty sure everyone listening at home is like, where the heck do I get these cookies? So we've talked about the local spots to Naples that you can find them, but where else? Let's say we've got somebody up north that's got cookies, or in California that needs cookies. Where do we get them?
We do ship all over the country, Caribbean, and we have done international. And you can go to our website, which is www.christieskeylimecookies.com, and that's KRISTIS. And you can order on our online shopping cart. And we, like I said, we ship all over. All of our products are on there, and we'd be happy to ship to anybody. We do personalized note cards with them.
Aww.
And then if you're local, we're all over Naples, and you can find that on our website. And we're all throughout the Keys, and we're also in 2 high-end hotels on the East Coast, the Breakers and the Biltmore.
Oh, I love the Breakers. Wow. Very nice.
They have great taste.
Yes, clearly great taste. So, Kim, my gosh, thank you so much for being on here.
Pleasure.
You made a little girl's dream come true today.
You did.
Oh, thank you. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
I love to be an Italian. Food is love, and I love to make people happy and make them smile with food.
Well, we are happy and smiling.
That you do, Kim.
Yeah.
That you do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again.
Absolutely. Thank you and your team.
Oh my gosh. First of all, how amazing is Kim?
She's the best.
Right?
So warm. What a nice lady.
I know. I love how she kept saying food is love because I feel loved when people are feeding me.
Literally.
Right?
That's the key to my heart.
is
And,
food.
Well, more specifically, Christy's key lime cookies.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, Alyssa, like we shared in the interview, you're the one that told us about Christy's key lime cookies. You were like, Steph, you have to try these cookies. And I was like, okay, I'll try the cookies. And I never did. And you kept saying, Steph, try the cookies.
I had to go buy them for you.
Yeah, finally you went and got them for me. And I was like, damn, these are good. So I know that when you have a hero in your mind, did Kim live up to your expectations?
For sure.
Yeah.
And now I need to meet her.
Right. Now we got to go to that happy hour.
Yes.
Yeah, Kim, if I want to be her hero, I pick up your cookies.
Literally.
Literally. So if you want to be someone's hero, go ahead over to christieskeylimecookies.com and be like, wow, my friends over at Just a Podcast in Paradise know all the best tips. And now I have all the friends that I've ever wanted. Right?
Yeah.
All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to Just a Podcast in Paradise. We are so happy that you hung out with us today. We would love it if you would subscribe so you don't miss an episode and give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts so we can continue to work hard to make your next Florida vacation the most memorable and, dare I say, sweetest trip that you've ever had. You can also follow us on Instagram at Just Take a Dip for daily updates on what's happening around Florida, and check out our YouTube channel, Just a Day in Paradise, for destination ideas, restaurant reviews, unboxing things you might want to take on your next trip, and copycat recipes from some of our favorite places in paradise. We're wishing you a little bit of sunshine wherever you are, and we hope to see you in paradise soon. Say goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. So limey.
Bye.
Oh. Should we have more
with a
cocktails?
lime.
Should we have more key lime martinis?
If it's one of these.